We are surrounded by information constantly, and our brain is working hard to process and figure out what to do with all that information. Researchers worked hard to figure out just how much we experience. They found that we are hit with between 800,000 and 400 million bits of information every second, averaging about 11 million each second. That's what all your senses are experiencing, with 10 million being your eyes. Our brain works as a filter and only processes a fraction of that, around 2,000 bits of information each second. How does it choose what to filter? Well, it's based on your experiences in life and your instincts. Your brain's primary function is to keep you alive. It's survival. It looks for patterns and things around you and works with this small amount to keep you up and running as a person. That's our subconscious, though. When we move to what our brain is able to consciously process, the amount drops again. Drops all the way down to about 50 bits of information each second. That is what the brain uses to make a decision. What are the chances that you utilize the exact same bits of information as your colleague when making a decision? What's the likelihood that you have the same bits of information bouncing around in your head right now that I do? We all play with different parts of the whole, different sets of information. We have different approaches and perspectives. When looking at a piece of art, you may notice the color, while another person notices the figures, and yet another focuses on the medium used to create the art. All is the piece of art, and yes, all of you are correct with your interpretation of it. Let's break down the brain science using something more specific. Well, first of all, we experience the event, and then our brains begin to filter. With the selected information, those 2,000 bits, it makes a judgment. Is it going to kill me or not? Will the saber-toothed tiger catch up with me first or someone else? It's that whole survival thing that's going on. Here's the powerful thing about our brains here. Let me use my cup. It has, 20% full of water in it. Is it more full or is it more empty? Well, that's a trick question. It is completely full. And not only is it full, but it's actually overflowing now with fluid like air, liquid, etc. Our brains are like my cup here. No matter how much information that has been given, the brain is going to fill in assumptions and details. It's going to overflow, right? It's going to add meaning and interpretation to it immediately, just the way that our brains are designed to work. Each of us will give what we just experienced different meaning and interpretation. As we go through this, we're going to draw a conclusion based on our own experiences, from our culture, our religion, our backgrounds. And we may even have an emotional or physical response, and then boom, we are going to take action. So how fast does it take us to move up the ladder? How fast do we go from data collection to action? It's nanoseconds. It's very fast. And that's where we jump. Like our activity from earlier, you have 8 seconds. And your brain fills in the details it thinks it exists. Take a moment and think about a recent experience you had where you felt yourself run up your ladder. Where something happened and you knew that you jumped to conclusions or had a strong emotional response. For me, it always comes down to driving. The other driver who cut me off, the car that ran the stop sign in my neighborhood, the sedan in front of me that is driving so slowly. I make value judgments about that person, and maybe you do too. We react based on those judgments. Okay, text and emails too. Life around us moves pretty fast. We're constantly moving at the speed of technology and of social media. The interesting thing, though, is we have to also go through another filter, our beliefs. We look for things to reinforce our beliefs because we've worked so hard over our years on the planet to create them. This reinforcement keeps us safe. It keeps us comfortable. This is where we experience our biases. We are all blinded by things. So what do we need to do? What is a strategy that will help keep us from reacting without all the information? we allow ourselves to take a breath and come back down our ladder and challenge our thinking and our beliefs by taking in other information. Best way to do that is to ask others. Ask those probing questions to get their perspective, their opinions. If we can suspend our judgment, listen, and appreciate the perspective of the other person, it allows us to grow. This is the foundation of the Ladder of Inference. It takes effort and it takes time. Our perception can shift in a positive way. So, stop. Take a breath and ask questions about how others see the world. Ask others an appreciative inquiry question or two. Then listen to their responses and allow yourself to be open to their experiences and perceptions.